We'll wait for the signal from the flagman. Come on to 4. Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it tonight for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman at Virginia Motor Speedway. Brett Atkins to the outside of Chase Burrow as he works their way off of turn number 2. It's going to be Brett Atkins as they go off into turn number 3. Chase Burrow going to fight back on the bottom. Chase Burrow door dings the left rear of Brett Atkins, but he gathers it back up, and it's going to be Brett Atkins who's going to lead lap number 1. Brett Atkins is your leader. Chase Burrow falls into under fire now from Joe Weiss. Joe Weiss at the bottom. We got 4 wide in turn 2. Oh, and we got trouble on the back straightaway. Tyler Shipp, your points leader. Your top 5. Come through turn, no, as they roll through turn number 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. Brett Atkins punches the gas, and we're back racing. Chase Burrow right there on the. Chase Burrow looked at the bottom, but Brett Atkins threw the block. Brett Atkins threw the block on Burrow and shut the window. Go down the back straightaway. Burrow is right there on the back bumper of Atkins, and they fire off down to turn number 3 and 4. Come out, turn number 4. Brett Atkins is going to lead, but he is under heavy pressure from Chase Burrow. Burrow applying all kinds of pressure. Here comes Joe Weiss. Weiss looking to the inside. Weiss on the left rear of Burrow. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. 3-car battle for the lead as we go off into turn number 3. We're going to be 3 wide briefly, but it's going to be Brett Atkins and Chase Burrow side by side. It's going to be Brett Atkins who's going to lead that lap as we go off into turn number 1. Oh, Brett Atkins with heavy contact. Chase Burrow to the lead. Here comes Tim Shelton. 3 wide, and we got 1 in the wall. Caution flag is out. Chase Burrow got pinched in the 4 wide battle. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Field's going to rocket through turn number 1 through turns 1 and 2. Brett Atkins in command of the field down the back straightaway. Joe Weiss in tow in second. Weiss is going to drive it in deep through 3. He's going to close in by about a car length as they come out of 4. But it's still going to be Brett Atkins who's going to be your leader as they come across the stripe. 4 laps complete of our 30-lap feature here this evening. Joe Weiss looking back to the bottom. Weiss is there, but he's going to slide back up with not a lot of momentum as they go down the back straightaway. Here comes Steve Causey to the bottom of Matt Ashworth. Causey looking to the bottom of Ashworth, and that is a battle for 3rd. They're going to be door-to-door out of 4. Coming across the stripe, Steve Causey and Matt Ashworth coming out of turn into turn number 1. That's going to be Steve Causey is going to complete it as they go off into turn number 2. Steve Causey now up to 3rd, Matt Ashworth back to 4th. Joe Weiss sitting there in 2nd, riding behind the 16 of Brett Atkins, applying pressure as they come up out of 4. Weiss to the bottom as they're going to go into turn number 1. Weiss is going to keep it there to the bottom. He's going to drive it in as hard as he can to the left door of Atkins. They're door to door out of turn 2 as they fire off down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Joe Weiss and Brett Atkins are side by side through 4. As they come across the start-finish line, and it looks like we got some smoke a little bit coming out of the back of the 16, and sparks are flying, and smoke billowing out of the back of that number 16. Brett Atkins had to work their way down the back straightaway. Brett Atkins appears to have a left rear tire rub as they go through turn number 3 and 4, and Brett Atkins is slow. Brett Atkins with issues as they come out of turn 4 and caution, and that's going to cause the caution. Chase Burrow, your top 5. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Everybody screams off into turn number 1. Joe Weiss, the leader, as they come through turn number 2. Steve Causey in tow in 2nd. Chase Burrow looking at the bottom of Upshaw. And we got a caution flag with the 8 laps complete as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Joe Weiss punches the gas, and we're back racing. Tommy Upshaw to the inside of Matt Ashworth But that was briefly as they go off down to turn number 3. Matt Ashworth pulls up into 3rd. Chase Burrow on the outside of Upshaw. Here comes Burrow to 4th. Upshaw falls back to 5th as he works his way down the back straightaway and off into turn number 3. Joe Weiss out front. Steve Causey 2nd. Matt Ashworth 3rd. Chase Burrow 4th. Matt Ashworth has got smoke billowing out of the back of that number 10 machine as they go across in turn number 1. Matt Ashworth is riding right there in the 3rd spot. Matt Ashworth is slow down the front back straightaway. Chase Burrow is going to close in as they come through turn number 3 and 4. But it's going to be still Joe Weiss, your leader, with Steve Causey in tow as they go off in turn number 1. And we got one car off the pace. It appears to be the 10, and Matt Ashworth is slow at the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Hopefully we're going to stay green. As we stay green so far, Joe Weiss, your leader. 11 laps complete of our 30-lap feature here this evening. Joe Weiss out front, Steve Causey 2nd, Chase Burrow 3rd, Tommy Upshaw is 4th. Robert Babb is 5th. Here comes Tim Shelton looking to the inside of Chad Baird down in turn number 3. But it's still going to be Brett. It's going to be Joe Weiss, your leader. Joe Weiss showing the way as they rally out of turn number 2. Steve Causey is just about 2 car lengths separate him and the leader. Can Steve Causey get to him? He's right there on the back bumper of Weiss as he fire off into turn number 1. They're gonna roll down through turn number 1 and 2. Joe Weiss, your leader, he's going to try to keep Steve Causey at bay behind him in 2nd. Chase Burrow running solo 3rd. Tommy Upshaw 4th. Tim Sheldon has worked his way up to 5th. 14 laps complete. Weiss slips up a bit. Steve Causey's going to try to reel him in by about another car length as they get down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Steve Causey out front. Steve Causey in tow, sitting in 2nd. Come out of 4th. It's Joe Weiss, still your leader. Halfway home here in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Joe Weiss, your leader. Steve Causey 2nd. Chase Burrow is 3rd. Tommy Upshaw is 4th. Tim Shelton is 5th. Robert Babb is sitting in the 6th spot. As they come across the stripe. Weiss working his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Steve Causey sitting there in tow in 2nd, coming out of 4th. Joe Weiss was coming into tonight 2nd in points, only 1 point behind your points leader, Tyler Shipp. And Joe Weiss only was coming in tonight 1 point out of the points lead. Steve Causey's coming into tonight 5th in points. 47 points out of the points lead here this evening here at Virginia Motor Speedway. As they go to the high side, the lap car is going to give them the room they need, and they work their way to the top cushion of turn number 2. With the lap car, David Lane stays to the bottom. As they go through turn number 4. We are now 19 laps complete. 19 laps complete for Joe Weiss. Can he keep Steve Causey behind him? Steve Causey's going to close in right up to the back bumper and go in turn number 3 and 4. Steve Causey is there. He is knocking on the back door for Joe Weiss, letting through as they come across the stripe. 10 laps to go here in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman here at Virginia Motor Speedway. It's Steve Causey right there. He is knocking on the window of Joe Weiss, trying to get in as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Steve Causey is right there to try to see if he can make Joe Weiss overdrive one of the corners. Here comes Steve Causey. Causey's going to go to the left rear of Weiss as they're going to be side by side down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Steve Causey trying to reel him in. They're side by side across the stripe. It's going to be Steve Causey who's going to lead that lap as we are 22 laps in the books of our 30-lap feature here this evening. Steve Causey's fighting back on the bottom as they come in and turn down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Steve Causey is there on the left rear of Weiss. Here comes Causey. Causey's going to push Weiss up the racetrack just a slight bit. And Causey's going to be right there at the door of Weiss. They're going to be side by side off in turn number 1. But it's going to be Weiss as he's going to fire off up the top cushion off through turn number 2. Causey's going to fight back on the bottom there, wheel to wheel down the back straightaway through turn number 3. Joe Weiss. Your leader was Steve Causey, a man on the mission right there but on the inside and for the lead. As I go into turn number 1, Steve Causey right there. Joe Weiss makes the cushion stick. They're still wheel to wheel as we go down the back straightaway and off into turn number 3. Steve Causey is going to slide past Joe Weiss. Weiss is going to slip to the bottom. Gets a little bit of loose there. He's going to make it about 2 car lengths now between him and Chase Butler, between him and Joe Weiss. Joe Weiss, your leader. With Joe Weiss sitting back in second, Steve Causey and your leader. Oh, we got big trouble in the back. Caution flag waves. And turn number 4. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Dale's going to thunder off into turn number 1. Chase Burrow working the top cushion. Burrow trying to get the momentum as he comes up off of turn number 2. Burrow is going to reel in the 43J of Joe Weiss as they go off into turn number 3. Here comes Chase Burrow. He's going to try to now work the inside as they go through turn number 4. Burrow is right there behind Weiss. As meanwhile, Steve Causey has now opened it up to about a 5-car length separation between him and second as they're going to go through turn number 2. Steve Causey in command right now as we come down into turn 3 and 4. Steve Causey has got about 4 to 5 car lengths gap between him and second place. As they go down into turn 1, Chase Burrow is there on the back bumper of Weiss. Burrow has got about a 1 car length gap between him and Weiss as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Chase Burrow trying to reel him in. Meanwhile, Steve Causey has put the keys on the desk and has checked out here this evening. As they come through turn number 4. White flag in the air one more time around for Steve Causey. One more time around as they come through turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Steve Causey coming through 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, checker flag in the air. It's Steve Causey, your winner. Joe Weiss is going to come home second. Chase Burrow third. Tim Shelton fourth. And Tommy Upshaw, your top 5.